Yeah, Mike, I'm here just to the north of Castle Rock. You can really see how impressive the base of this thunderstorm is. This is a shelf that's on the north side of this cell as I'm moving into Castle Rock, and then just below that you can see just how thick the rain and the hail is. It looks like it's taking care of the Castle Rock area right now. But this thunderstorm is very busy on the bottom of it. You see it's very active in taking in energy, so it's pulling in warm, moist air at a high rate of speed, and you can see the clouds moving around, very active on the bottom of this thunderstorm, Mike.
I've already had the tornado warning on a similar storm to that one in terms of structure, so I wouldn't be too surprised that we would end up with a tornado warning on this cell as well. It's drawing in a lot of turbulent air at the surface. Wouldn't take much for that to spin up one of these weak land spout tornadoes.
Yeah, and it's really pulling it in. You can see it, and it really, if you're looking at these thunderstorms from where you are, and just about everybody in the metro area is seeing these type of skies right now, these funnel clouds that we've been seeing can actually happen on any area of the thunderstorm. The funnel cloud that I saw just about 10-15 minutes ago actually was on the north side of the thunderstorm that was moving through Elizabeth from Douglas County into the Elizabeth area.
Which, for folks that know a little bit about thunderstorm activity, you're usually expected to form more on the southwest side of the storm, a classic supercell thunderstorm. So you've got to be careful with these land spout tornadoes because they can kind of sneak up on you, and you'd see one forming in an area that's very different from what you'd classically expect a tornado to form.
Exactly, and the reason why we really do focus on these, you might just say, hey, it's just a funnel cloud, but when you see the spinning clouds, when you see the funnel clouds, that means that the tornadoes are possible, and even those land spout tornadoes can be fairly violent, even though they're really small. Just in that one area where it's making contact with the ground, the winds can be up to 100 miles per hour there. 100
miles an hour will do an awful lot. You saw what that kind of wind did in Hugo just a couple of weeks ago. It can tear up structures, certainly knock down trees, take at least portions of a roof off of a structure, knock over cars or a mobile home as well. So stay on that, Corey. Let me give you a little radar tour, folks, of what Corey is looking at right now. Denver, not really all that much in danger at the moment, but Corey's located right about here. He's watching this entire line of storms. A few minutes ago, we had a tornado warning on this cell that's now in Elbert County as it was kind of pushing through Elizabeth and Kiowa south of Highway 86. It's weakened a little bit, but all along this line of storms, the thunderstorms pulling in air and that swirling air at the surface, different wind speeds and directions coming in all over the southern part of the metro area can be drawn up into that updraft and form one of these weak, short-lived tornadoes. But again, this is still, we're talking winds that could be up to 100 miles an hour close to that land spout. Other strong storms out across central Adams and Arapahoe County, northwestern Elbert County, not severe at the present time, but moving out into a pretty rich atmosphere, a lot of moisture and instability. This cell was severe earlier out in Washington County, your last chance, producing some 1-inch diameter hail. It's weakened a little bit. Also some cells just south of Fort Collins around Windsor, Loveland, extending back toward Estes Park. Not severe, but they've been moving off the foothills, kind of strengthening and weakening a little bit as they've done so. And farther to the west, scattered thunderstorms continue in the mountains. That's part of an upper air disturbance that's coming across the state, interacting with this little stationary front. And so the combination of this weather front that separates cooler but more humid air from the hotter, drier conditions to the southwest and the upper air disturbance giving rise to all the thunderstorm activity.